Okay, go. There we go. I'm live. All right. James Rice in my favorite, one of my favorite spots to hang out is my office. I'm looking outside. It's a little cloudy today. It's going to be a little less than 60 degrees. I'm going to love it. And want to share a quick Sunday message. So we'll let this thing fire up a little bit. And my Sunday message, I'll be frank with you, is pretty much always the same. So, Coach Shanna, how are you? You want to get together this week? I talked to Laura. She gave me some good information on my creatinine, so that's cool. Anyway, if you want to shoot me in a text with a couple times, and we'll get together, and I'm sure we'll talk about stuff that everybody else wishes they were hanging out with us. And we're going to change a couple lives, starting with yours and mine. So, hope you're well. All right, let's fire it up. Have a couple people jump on and share a quick message. And Sunday's message is always the same. Sunday is, is for me the day of rest, is the day of recovery. And an interesting thing about that I wanted to share, if you just hear this part, you can hear this and people can jump off. Rest and recovery is not a day off. Rest and recovery is an integral part of your program. It's just as important, if not more important, than the actual work you did, the relationship work you did, the gardening you did, the fitness you did. And because it's such an integral part, and it's a piece, just like, quite frankly, the foot, the hand, the eye, the brain, there should be no argument as to which the most important part of the body, because they're all integral and they can't function at their highest level without it. And you can't function at your highest level without rest and recovery. Okay? And so you've got to be intentional about it. That's one of my favorite words. You need to be intentional about it. And in February, at least so far, my intention is coming from the Valentine's Day theme, which is coming from my heart. Okay? I love life because it's a combination of heart and head. It's logic and emotion. And those two, in balance and blended, creates the perfect, synergy, the perfect combination. So as you move into Sunday and you're thinking, just going to relax, I would encourage you, are you really relaxing? What's up, Leslie? How do you relax? For me, I'll tell you a piece, having my house in order is huge for me, meaning my laundry's done. It's done on Saturday. Running to Costco is done on Saturday. Generally don't even exercise on Sundays. Might a little bit today, because for any of you who have followed my foot journey, I feel like my foot does not get worse when I'm doing some light cardio. So I decided to throw my cardio back on the schedule, which, if you're interested at all, that will be huge, because right now I only have 4 lifting days on my schedule: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, for about an hour, 4 different body parts on that. And so I throw cardio in. It should be 2 sessions on Wednesday, 2 sessions on Saturday, a session on Friday, a session on Monday, maybe a session on Tuesday. So, good. Leslie, packing up trials. I love it. So it's a big step for me to throw that back on. Now I'll vary that intensity so that it's comfortable and it doesn't wear me out too much, and I don't, throw too much at it. But my first, if you want a fitness tip, my first piece on fitness is always get in the number of times, the frequency. If you're gonna work out 3 days a week, always work out 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 4 days a week, and get your time in. An hour, let's say. Sometimes my cardio is always at least 30 minutes up to an hour. It varies depending on the day. My lifts are an hour, give or take. Okay, that's frequency and time. The third modality is, I think modality is the word. Well, the third, maybe it's not modality, but the third piece or variable is intensity. If you're going to vary any of them, vary your intensity, but get to the gym, get there for 30 minutes to an hour, and if anything, vary the intensity. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, so circling back around to our day, our Sunday, our day of rest, let's be intentional about it. So for me, I intentionally, if I'm going to crush myself, I'm going to crush it on Saturday, because if I have my chores out of the way and my week is laid out, then I get good to go and rest. In fact, I'll need to hit that mail so that I'm not doing it on Monday, but I'm going to intentionally unplug. And then you need to decide, what does really refuel me? What's up, Keo Steph Lynch? How are you? What's up, Robert? You know, what does, let's check later today, Robert. We'll scoop up all the stuff you created. Congratulations. What does fill your refill tank? Okay. So for me, I'm not kidding you. It is unplugging. I'm going to play my piano. I'm going to head for church here shortly. That's from 10 to 12. And I even enjoy doing some chores, but those are different chores than I did on Saturday through, and the rest of the week, because I had to do them. I felt like now it's my choice to do them, and that brings more relaxation and fun for me, if that makes sense. But again, people, find yourself some quiet time and refuel in a way that you're not coming to Sunday night with a bunch of anxiety and then a big scramble on Monday. And I keep repeating it, and I'm not against repeating it, but it's got to be intentional. And I would say that that's scheduled either Saturday night or very early Sunday morning, so you don't hit noon going, what the heck's going on? Okay? So I do want to read a little bit from my book, because there are a couple pieces that really hit me that I want to put in your brain, and then with hope that you'll take some action. So on the 5th, I love this. If you're wise, your wisdom will reward. This is one of my favorite books that Jen got me, is Timothy Keller. And again, I tell you every morning, it's about wisdom. You need wisdom, not knowledge. We all have the knowledge. I'm not going to kid you about fitness. We have the knowledge about how to do a savings account. We have a knowledge about how to treat others. But will our wisdom encourage us, allow us, enable us, empower us to actually do it? Ancient wisdom taught that you would thrive as a person only if you put the needs of your family and community above your own self-interest. Modern culture rejects that entirely. We are told to be true to ourselves, decide who we want to be, and then to demand that our community and family recognize and honor that, regardless of its impact on relationship. That's always an interesting piece. Regardless, hey Dakota, regardless of its impact on our relationships. Today we sacrifice the good of the group for absolute freedom of the individual. Mockers sneer at the values of belief and of any community. The mocker has no real friends and suffers alone. Christians are going to be focused on not the will of either the individual or the community, but the will of God. So that's an interesting piece. And we'll just stop right there on that reading. Hey, what up, Jen? That always makes me smile, Jen. You are my ambassador of smiles. I appreciate you. People, I keep coming back to that. I'm going to teach out for 2 seconds. It's people, you got to decide who your God is. There's got to be, when I say got to, there doesn't have to be, right? But people, just look around. I mean, we got here somehow. There's got to be a creator. So, but you got to choose. I'm not trying to force you or talk you into, but find out what it is that you stand for. Find out what it is that your foundation and fundamentals are, and then from that reflects, because of your joy and thankfulness, to your creator, right? Then you will, that's what it resonates from, not your own individual self. Good stuff. Check this one out. Are your good friendships growing in quantity and quality, or are you letting the busyness and mobility of modern life have their way? You have got to be intentional about how you and your family, your home, are going to live and act, including Sunday, the day of rest. I love this. Are your good friendships growing in quantity and quality, or are you letting the business and mobility of modern life have their way? People, like my hot topic, and I'm going to chat for 2 seconds. I'm going to jump off. Is masks. I love the Wizard of Oz example. Oz behind the curtain. Probably will write that. I should write that book. That should be my next book. In fact, my book, so excited, it's done. It's going to press. Thank you, Joletta. Thank you, Danny. To press this week, and it'll be out incredibly shortly. And I'm stuck on this idea of masks. And believe me, no one wore more masks. And maybe I still do. We're not here to argue. Oh, sweet. No one wears more masks. I wear them all. My muscles were a mask. My clothes were a mask. My vehicle was a mask. My money, my what? And the funny thing is, I still have those same things, but they don't define me like they did when they were a mask. People, I'm just going to leave it this. Pause for a second and decide who you want to be. I'm asking. And then shape it up. Shape up your actions, your daily actions accordingly. Get rid of the things that are masks. Okay? Again, like Jeremy Camp said, your phone and your things in themselves aren't a problem. It's when they become your self-esteem, when they become, maybe not your God, but when they become what defines you, you'll never have enough. Okay? I'm not the biggest, the richest, the strongest, the smartest, the funniest, the best smiler, Jen. I'm not. But I'm happy with who I am, and I'm happy where I'm going. And I hope I can take a few of you with me. So if you like the crew, if you like the community, if you like anything I'm saying, and you think I can impact some of your friends, share it with your 4 or 5 besties. Share it with your community. Then you share your keto swag, and you share your shaker body, you share your testimony. And like I said with the crew last night, Robert, Michelle or Jaden wants to share his mom's transformation. Michelle's, Robert Martin, share yours. Okay, you've got to share, people. And then the share is to simply see who gets their eyes on it. This can be all the business talk we're going to see. And I remember Michelle last night said a couple people didn't show up. She rolled her eyes. There's no eye rolling. The key is, do we go back to them and say, hey, you didn't make it tonight. You missed an amazing opportunity. In fact, here's a couple pictures. It was so much fun. Don't want to bug you, but don't want to leave you out. Would you like some more information? Would you like to join us? That's it. I don't want to join us, but I want more information. Perfect. I want to join you and I want more information. Perfect. I don't want to join you and I don't want more information. That's fine too. You're just inviting and sorting and sifting. Inviting and sorting and sifting. Inviting and sorting and sifting. All right. I'm going to rock and roll. I got to shower. I got to get to church. And I got to get on with some rest and relaxation. Love each and every one of you. Let me know what I can do to help you on your journey.